Kano crisis. Finally, Sanusi breaks silence. Hello guys, welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. The Emir of Kano, Muhammadu Sanusi II, has opened up on the controversies surrounding his removal by the past government, as well as his restatement by the current administration in the state. In an interview with Saturday Sunday, Emir Sanusi spoke on a wide range of issues, including the history of the Kano Emirate, reasons he was unpopular with the past administration in Kano, and the role of the traditional institution in Nigeria, among others. There has been considerable upheaval since your restatement. As Emir, how do you intend to manage this post-restatement crisis? Sanusi was asked, and his reply is, you asked about managing the fallout. You see, this was something created, manufactured by the previous government. The people of Kano never asked to be divided. In part of this country, you have had emirates and kingdoms created, and you can understand that if you go to Kaduna State. At one time, you had everything under Zara, but you had huge Christian minorities, different ethnic groups, and chiefdoms were created for them. It makes sense if they felt that they did not want to be under the Emirate system or under what they saw as a self-denial system. But Kano is a largely harmonious society. If you see the Christian in Kano, they are part of us. They don't say they want to leave us. They are not asking for a different system. Nobody. If you go to Tundom, Wada, we have Christians. You go to Rano, we have Christians. We had an issue in Ruga. You may remember that there was an issue. People went and burnt the church. I went there. I took out my own personal money and rebuilt the church. So we are one people. Nobody asks for new emirates. So what we are dealing with is a situation where somebody divided us. And actually, when you create these things, some people get some privileges. They did not ask for it, but they have enjoyed it for 4 years. Now, when they lost it, it is a problem. But the problem is not what has happened today. It is what happened 4 years ago. If it had not been done, we would not be in this situation today. We are one family. We are one people. Somebody comes, divide us up. Even in this family, he takes one emirate, gives it to a part of the family. Now, when people enjoy it for 4 years and you take it away from them, it becomes a problem. But the truth is, when you take the large picture, this is a kingdom that has existed for over 1,000 years. If you go to the king's list in Kano, the king list from Bagudu starts in 999 AD. We have a list of kings from Bagudu up to me in my first term. I was the 57th. If you add my cousin and myself, I am 57th and 59th. In that period, we haven't had the expansion of Ariwa Kingdom. The only time a part of Kano was taken out was when Jigawa State was created, because Jigawa State put together Kazuri, Emirate, Hadija, Emirate, Gumali, Emirate, but those three combined were not big enough to make a viable state, and Hadija and Gumali people wanted a state, so part of Kano was carved out. These are the two emirates of Tosi and Ringim. We were all hurt as a family. It was like cutting off a part of you. At least, Ringim is still with members of our family. That is fine. It was necessary. But what was left since remains what has been there for 1,000 years. Now, just like the British petitioned Africa, you divided what had existed over a period of time. People need to understand what this government did, because people don't understand what that law was and the kinds of damage it did to our history fabric. You know, the way the Europeans came and just drew lines on a piece of paper. People say Nigeria is a geopolitical expression. People are talking about that. You just take people and they just came and drew a line, and these 9 local government go there. These 9 go there just like that. You don't create emirs for them. Somebody who for 1,000 years has never been under you, somebody now decrees that this is your king. How? Take Buchi for instance. Buchi as a town was run by a village head for centuries. It only became a district under the British. The first district head of Buchi was Abdullahi Bayero in the 1930s. My great-grandfather, before him, it was a village head. There is something called Sarikin Buchi, who is a village head. He is the king of the town of Buchi. Now that Sariki Buchi historically reported to a district held in Dawakin, Tofa, Madakin, Kano. Now you make a law and say you have created an emir in Buchi, and Dawakin, Tofa should report to Buchi. Do you understand it? You had families that waged the jihad. The Ulawa, the family of Madakin, the Jobawa family of the Makama. There are kingsmakers. You now take 2 of the 4 kingmakers families, Madakin and Makama, and say they should go and report, not to Kano, but to an emirate that you created in Buchi. Something that was run by a village head who was a district head. How? You make a law and say, these are the kingsmakers in Kano. We have had our traditional kingmakers in our history become okay because you like a particular individual. You just decided as a governor that we now have 5 kingmakers out of nowhere, and you created a kingmaker position for an individual. Okay, guys, he spoke to a length, but the truth is that, as I always say, the Nigerian politicians, because of their selfish interests, will one day set this country ablaze with their own hands. May God show us mercy. So guys, let's hear from you. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section. I beg, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Share this video, let it go viral. Let Nigerians understand what is going on today in this country. Thank you and bye for now.